Well, hello Tuesday. Now I did say that these would be getting a wee bit more festive. So this is my latest wee snow scene, the snow globe.
My boy, now don't you act so coy. Let us go and fill all the little children's hearts with joy.
Then you can just buffer this on. I have got 5 exercises today for your shoulders. But since it's Christmas, I've just been putting my wee overlays up. I'm going to help you today keep your shoulders nice and healthy. So if you're joining me, you will need some dumbbells and you use a little band, but I'm going to show you a wee progression. Because it's so important to keep your shoulders healthy, as well as keeping them mobilised. We're going to keep them nice and strong. And it's about understanding the makeup of the shoulder. Believe me, I know from perfect experience. See, I'm still working my shoulders. I'm getting them mobilised for some shoulder work. And you got my little Shannas and my little Rudolphs. Oh my god, it's just such a good fun, good time of the year. Absolutely love it. And I thought I'd just be in my wee snow globe myself with my exercises, my equipment, and some help keeping your shoulders healthy. So I've done some mobility work and now I'm just going to do some strengthening work. And what you'd want to do here is maybe up 8 to 10 reps of each exercise. We're going to be sitting down on the bench to do them. And so, since my music is finished, I am going to change this over because I will be editing it later on, and I can't have myself covered in snow and Santas and elves and balloons and everything else that I can see here, because this has got a serious side because of the shoulders, front, back and side. So we're ready to find out what exercises I've got. Well, there's an absolute myriad of different exercises you can do for the shoulders, but I've picked 5 in particular that will get to the front, the back and the sides. Alright, so I'm going to take this screen off and then you're going to see me. Where am I? There we go. Yay! Alright, excellent. Okay, so you might not realise, you might realise that the shoulders have got 3 heads. So you've got the deltoid muscle, there's the front part of the deltoid, there's the side, and there's also the back. And so many times, you know, when you're in the gym, you see most people just using maybe they're just doing fronts or they're doing sides and everything. But there's also a backward movement as well, so we're going to be bringing in some posterior delts as well, and they can get a bit weak because of our hunched lifestyle, and it's somewhere that we're going to have to basically try to concentrate on more and more. You're going to have to see it coming into your workout regimes to keep that shoulder area free from stiffening up, free from injury. I'm speaking from personal experience because I've had horrendous shoulder injuries that lasted for months, so I'm not going back there again. So let's get started. So I'm using a bench, but you could sit on a chair. Now the reason that I'm going to sit on the bench today, or if you're sitting on a chair, you can do everything standing, but I want a little bit more core work in. So we want the core to work. It's quite good to sit down or kneel down to do the exercises. So I'm just going to sit on the bench, okay, to show you these exercises. So I'm just going to cross my feet over, right? Because what I want you to think about all the way through this is your posture, okay, because of our lifestyles. And remember, you're going to be wrapping all these presents up, helping Santa, so the shoulders are going to get even more rounded. Okay, so we want to try and correct this as much as we can, hence the reason that we are going to do some shoulder exercises. So the first exercise that I'm going to show you is a chest press to overhead press. Now the reason that this is a good exercise is because it's going to bring your core into. You really have to focus on sitting upright as well, and make sure that you choose the right weight, because if you use something that's too heavy, you're going to overcompensate, and guess what's going to be working? Your lower back, and you want your core and the front of your shoulders to work here. So you're just going to bring the plate, no, it's not a plate, it's a dumbbell. You're going to bring the dumbbell up, okay? And then all you're going to do is you're going to take the dumbbell out to the front, bring it in, and then rise, okay? So we are working the fronts and the sides of the shoulder, okay? Now obviously if you're working with a lighter weight, then you're maybe going to be able to do a few more reps. But if you're working with heavier weight, you're definitely not going to do as many reps. But really concentrate on keeping your chest up, keeping your core braced. And this is a great stabilising exercise for those shoulders, the fronts and sides, especially the front for this, okay? So you're getting that lovely coconut shape from the shoulder. So it really does target everything, okay? As I say, if you're sitting down or you're cross-legged like I am, what you're going to find is that your core is going to work a wee bit more. So it's quite nice to get some extra work in there. Now the next exercise I'm going to do is one that's for basically external rotation. It works the backs, but also you're going to get a wee bit of an isometric workout from the bicep as well, because you've got to hold up. So they're assisting the movement. You've got to hold up the dumbbell. I keep wanting to see plate today, but holding up the dumbbell. So you're going to sit nice and strong. You're going to keep the elbow tucked in, but not pressing in that much that you're causing tension. So you want to just bring in and hold. It's like you're holding on to a railing or something like that. Okay, now keep the core braced. So relax the shoulder at the top. You're going to concentrate on the back. You can already feel the biceps starting to work as it holds. Turning out. Okay. That's a really good exercise. So we're externally rotating the shoulder as we go back. Okay, you need to watch your wrists with this as well. And then obviously the further back that you come, you'll feel the back of the shoulder work and the posterior delts. Yeah. The shoulder extension, external rotation. Really nice, really good exercise. Really getting into the back. Okay, again you can do 8 to 10 reps. You can go around this again, this wee circuit, so you could do it a couple of times. You can have a wee rest in between the exercises. Now the next one you could do on the floor, you could do without any equipment, but what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use dumbbells in it, this is going to be far too hard, well, especially for me. So what I've got is this wee band, as I said, I've spoke about them before, or just a wee TheraBand. You can buy them anywhere. This is quite a light one, particularly light, but this is another exercise that I want to do for the backs of my shoulders. And I'm also going to be using the bench. You could lie on the floor, but you need to make sure that your glutes are activated for this, because you will find that the work that will go into the lower back. And you can work about with changing the resistance. Might be that something heavier would be better for you. So what you're going to do is, okay, so if you've got one of these, you're just going to come onto your bench. Okay, this doesn't fall up. Okay, so you're on there. So the glutes are switched on already. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take the band out. Okay, I'll keep my toes pointed, eye gaze down. Squeeze back. Squeezing back. This is quite tough. Okay, squeezing back. I'm getting some nice movement into the posterior delts. I suppose the working laterally slightly as well. My glutes are working to protect the lower back. Eye gaze slightly down, so you want it ahead. That actually feels quite good. I'm getting right into the back. So again, there you go. Now, here's it without. Even that's challenging enough as it is. Okay, so you could do that exercise without anything, but I would say if you were going to use it, if you're going to use dumbbells, make sure that you've got a really, really strong lower back. But it's really, really good with this. It's actually, you could do cable work with it as well. So if you were in the gym and you had your cable, just pull like so. Okay, that's just a variation on it. It's actually really good exercise, but it is quite tough. Okay. Now the next one I wanted to show you was number 4, is a seated around the world. Okay, so we're using side delts and external rotation. Again, you're going to have to watch this one as well. But cross-legged on the bench, you could be sitting on a chair, you could be standing. It's up to you. You'll just get more core working because it's going to force you to concentrate on your core, keep your shoulder blades relaxed. Okay, so you're going to take those dumbbells up, and then round you go. Okay, and then up. Okay, so just rotating as I come around, and then bringing them back up. And then if I was to stand up, okay, here's what it looks like. Great overall exercise. I definitely feel it more sitting. These are 3 kilograms. So that's quite good sitting. But you can stand up to do it as well. There's nothing to stop you from doing that. Now something else you can do, it's really great for the shoulder girdle, is that halo effect. It's good with a kettlebell, okay, but you want to use something that's slightly heavier. Okay, so you're just taking it around the world. This is quite light for me, but try and use something that's going to challenge you a bit. Again, thinking about the core, you're coming around. So this is fantastic. Fantastic for getting the whole shoulder girdle involved. I don't even think this has got 3 kilos on it. It's essential. I'll give myself some kettlebells. So that's getting the whole shoulder girdle involved. It's a really good exercise. 3 bits of equipment there. I mean, you can do this with a dumbbell as well, but it's really good with it. Thing is, your shoulders might be so tight that you might find that that's just even too much for you. So really think about what you're going to use. I mean, you could probably use one of this as well. So you could use this. No, it's not quite got the feeling that the other one's got. But probably it would be better for that. But you really feel like your shoulder girdle's getting involved there. So really good. It's 5 different exercises that you can go through. So just quickly go through them one more time so you can see. So you're going to go, okay, and then you have, and then we've got the prone fly. Okay, so you're down, and you have got, you're seated around the world, or you're standing, and your heel. Okay, so have a wee go at them. That will get everything in your shoulder working. It's really, really good. And if you want to do the mobility class that I did, so I did put a wee workshop up last week. I pinned it to the top actually, so if you wanted to do that shoulder mobility, that's the reason I've done that. If you wanted to go back and do that wee bit of shoulder mobility, first of all, that'll get them moving, it'll get the synovial fluid going, and then you can come and do a wee circuit. So you can do 8 to 10 reps, have a wee break in between, and go around it 2 or 3 times. Really good workout, and you're going to hit front, sides and back. So you don't need to be at the gym to do your shoulders. You can do them you can do all this in the comfort of your own home, me and you. And if you're on the replay, let me know, and if you do try it, thank you so much to everybody who's been messaging me and letting me know that they've been doing the workouts and enjoying them, doing them after classes, that sort of thing, because these are really fantastic. They're a very, very important part of your workout, your health, your exercise health, because it's going to stop you overtraining, it'll strengthen everything as well, and it gets you concentrating on other body parts as well. So it gets you working on those 3 heads rather than just going up to the gym and smashing this, and, which are all great, but you want to try and be a wee bit more targeted on the anterior, the lateral and the posterior deltoid, because they're just 3 bits to it, isn't there? Okay, right, I think that was everything I wanted to say. Yep. So please give me a wee like or a follow, tell me anything you want in, because I think people are really quite enjoying the fact that I'm doing something that's just that wee bit of a difference than what I would maybe normally do as well, but just so close. So you have a wee go at that, okay? Some shoulder mobility work, and I really enjoy doing it as well. Alright, so enjoy the rest of your day. If you're catching us on the replay, fantastic. Alright, I'm away. Take care.